What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in. I got options. I can pass that.
So originally he was like the DMX character, but DMX wasn't out then. He was just like, that's what he wanted. And so then a few months later, he was like, we got this dude named DMX, he the next from New York.
Yeah.
It's a New York movie.
Yeah.
I think we're going to go
perfect.
in that. Yeah.
Like you talking about authenticity.
Yeah, so he said he's going to go in that direction. It was cool. At first I was irritated because I'm like, yeah, you said you wanted me to, whatever.
I'm your word.
Yeah, but he went another direction with DMX, rest in peace. And so he was like, but I got this, this other character. And I was like, what is it? You know what I'm saying? It was the Rico character, but he didn't have all the things going on with him. Hype was like, I got this movie called Belly. I want you to be DMX character. This is what he. So originally he was like the DMX character, but DMX wasn't out then. He was just like, that's what he wanted. And so then a few months later, he was like, we got this dude named DMX, he the next from New York. It's a New York movie. I think we're going to go
perfect.
in that.
Like you talking about authenticity.
Yeah, so he said he's going to go in that direction. It was cool. At first I was irritated because I'm like, yeah, you said you wanted me to, whatever.
I'm your word.
Yeah, but he went another direction with DMX, rest in peace. And so he was like, but I got this, this other character. And I was like, what is it? You know what I'm saying? It was the Rico character, but he didn't have all the things going on with him. Mad that I didn't have to. I'm young, I'm mad I didn't get the character that I wanted. So I'm like, man, I'm finna fuck this movie up. I'm just gonna fuck the movie up. I'm gonna have some glass. I'm gonna put on some glasses. I'm gonna be the worst.
Whoa!
I'm gonna be the worst country snitching dude that I could ever be. But I'm thinking I'm sabotaging the movie.
Nigga, you add so much flavor to that bitch.
But Doug, CJ, I'm thinking I'm irritated. I don't like this. I'm thinking that I'm just gonna fuck the movie up. Man, it would
iconic.
It would iconic. I'm like, man, I couldn't even fuck up when I wanted.
Might have to drop a dime on them niggas.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? I don't like that shit.
For sure, bro.
I don't like that shit.
What up, T-Squad? It's your girl, Keisha, a.k.a. Color Me Pynk, and I'm here with a new behind-the-scenes TV video. Wasn't that story crazy? When I saw that interview with Tyrin Turner, I had to bring it to you all because Belly is one of my all-time favorite movies. My dining room in my house was inspired by DMX's character in the movie's living room area. I wanted my dining room to be like a reflection of his living room in that movie. When Belly came out, it changed my life. When I was a teenager, I believe when the movie came out, I was about 16, 17 years old. And just the cinematography, the outfits, the storyline, T-BOZ, Nas, DMX, and Method Man, Tyrin Turner's character, the actress that played Keisha, like that movie was just, oh my God, it was just groundbreaking, and the message at the end still gets me to this day and gives me chills. So to find out all these years later that Tyrin Turner was supposed to play DMX's character was like, what? Like, it always shocks me when I hear about stories like this about actors who got the role first but ended up not playing the role, and then it went to somebody else, because 9 times out of 10, it's like the person that ended up with the role was meant to have it. But then there are cases where it was like, oh, I could have saw that person still playing that role. But in this case, I cannot imagine Tyrin Turner playing DMX's character. I just cannot. Even though he did a phenomenal job in Menace to Society, DMX was just born to play the role in Belly. Like, that character was him. He brought a grittiness to it, an edge to it, that New York flavor to it. He was new to the game. He was dark and chocolate and sexy and tatted up and angry, and the bald head and the swag. Like, he just encompassed that role. And his character And his energy that he brought to that role was just so opposite of Nas' character, who was so laid back with it and in the cut with it and didn't have to talk too much. You know, he was a family man. You know, I loved the difference between both of their characters and their roles. And I loved the way both of them attacked their roles in the movie. I wish Nas would have continued to act. I think that he could have really went somewhere with that. And DMX too. If DMX, you know, God rest his soul, hadn't have been battling addiction the way that he had, I think that his career actually could have went way farther than just the action stuff that he was doing. I think that if he really had focused, he could have been an award-winning actor for sure. Like DMX had that it factor that Tupac had when Tupac was alive. But it was so funny to learn that Tyrin Turner was so mad that he didn't get that role, that when he got the role that he did play, that he tried to sabotage it. And I remember when the movie came out, I was like, why do he got on this wig and these glasses? Why is he eating this banana like that with food all on his mouth? I was like, is that how New York people really see people from down south? Like, huh? Like, what? Like, do y'all really think we that country? Like, what is going on? But it was funny though. It really was funny the way that he brought the character to life, and to find out that that was a choice to sabotage the movie and not as a character choice, honestly, is hilarious to me, because it backfired. It backfired on that ass. Could y'all have seen Tyrin Turner playing DMX's character in Belly? I just cannot see it. Really cannot see it. It's much like the movie The Matrix. I don't know if you all know, but Will Smith was actually offered the role to play Neo in The Matrix, but he turned it down. And I can't honestly see him playing that role. Like, that role was destined to go to Keanu Reeves. He embodied Neo. Like, I think that if the roles were reversed and Will Smith would have played that character, I think that he would have did a good job. I think that it still would have been a blockbuster. And I think that he would have approached the character in a totally different way than Keanu did. But I just see Keanu as Neo. I also have some other actors who turned down roles. Did you all know that Zendaya dropped out of playing Aaliyah in the Lifetime biopic, Aaliyah, the Princess of R&B? That was a great career choice, because that movie was, whoo. The role ended up going to Alexandra Shipp, and she caught a lot of backlash from it. So that was actually a great move on Zendaya's part. Will Smith also turned down the role of Django in Django Unchained. We all know that that went to Jamie Foxx. And I think that that's a role that I could have seen Will Smith playing. I think that he would have nailed it. He would have killed it. He would have approached it with the same swag and grit that Jamie Foxx did. So I could see either one of them playing that role. Also, along with the movie The Matrix, the studios were having such a hard time casting Neo at one point that they actually decided to change the role to a woman and considered Sandra Bullock for the role. But as we know, it eventually went to Keanu Reeves, which is like, wow, now that's one shocker. I just found that out today as I'm doing this video. I cannot see Sandra Bullock playing the female version of Neo. Absolutely not. I think that it would have been a flop. I'm sorry. I think that that movie would have been a flopiana, especially during that time. No, not at all. Not at all. Claire Danes turned down the role of Rose in the Titanic. I could have saw her playing Rose. I could have saw that. Because to me, there wasn't a lot to that role. I feel like Leonardo DiCaprio's role was way more iconic than the lead female role in that movie. Lawrence Fishburne turned down the role of Jules in Pulp Fiction. You know, I've never watched Pulp Fiction. Never, ever. I'm going to have to sit down and watch that movie. Y'all let me know, is it worth watching? He also turned down the role as Radio Raheem in Do the Right Thing. I could see back in the day a young Lawrence Fishburne playing Radio Raheem. I think that he would have killed that character. I think he would have brought a whole different flavor to that role, because I'm envisioning young Lawrence Fishburne from School Days, you know, playing that character. I could have seen him bringing like a militance to that character. So I could so see that. So see that. Leonardo DiCaprio turned down the role of Patrick Bateman in American Psycho. I think that he would have killed that. He would have murdered that character. I've never even watched American Psycho all the way through. But I think that he would have nailed that performance. Most definitely. Heather Graham turned down the role of Heather Chandler in the movie The Heathers. I think that she could have did that. I think that she could have. And Tiffany Haddish turned down a role in the movie Top 5. Shocked about that. Thandie Newton turned down the role of Alex in Charlie's Angels. Alex's character was played by Lucy Liu. And to be honest with you, even though I love Thandie Newton as an actress, I can't see her playing that role. I think that Lucy Liu was destined to play it. Like, she just had that action superhero type vibe going for her. Madonna turned down the role of Nomi in Showgirls. Oh my God. Could y'all have seen her playing Nomi in Showgirls? Oh my God. Other A-listers like Drew Barrymore and Sharon Stone were also offered the part, but we all know that it went to Elizabeth Berkley. And I think Elizabeth Berkley did such a good job. That movie was so scandalous back in the day, and now it's so tame. It's so tame now. I think that I could have seen Madonna playing that role. I could. I think that it would have even been an even bigger film back then. I think that it still would have been considered X-rated and all of that. I still think that all of the infamy around it would have been still there. It just would have had Madonna attached to it. But yeah, those are just some of the roles that went to other celebrities. And yeah, that was a very interesting story. Now it got me wanting to go watch Belly Honey. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about Tyrin's story and about some of these actors that were supposed to play roles or turned it down. Y'all, let's talk about it all down in the comment section. You guys make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I love you, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.